Hi guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today I'm here with May favourites. It's extremely hot. We're having a bit of a heat wave over here. Hopefully this will be continuing and it's going to be the start of summer because I feel like it's been so stop-start. I've actually been sick towards the end of the month and I know a lot of people around here were getting a bit ill and having coughs and colds, and a lot of people were saying it's where we were having a few days of really hot temperatures and then we were going cooler again, and that was kind of making everybody a bit ill. So I haven't been filming as much, so hopefully my voice is okay for you guys. We're going to do favourites. I actually wore a ton and I have a ton that I've like pre-worn. I just basically didn't post many on Instagram for a few days, so some that I actually wore in May I'll be showing you in June. But there is a ton, a majority of them at indies, which seems to be the trend these days. I have Andy in the room, she's on her playmat, so if you can hear jingle jangles, that's her. And let's get going. We'll start as we always do with mainstream. So I have one Zoya, this one is Jace, and this is just a really nice like mid-tone leafy appley green cream. I don't have a ton of greens by Zoya, and I don't have a ton of yellows by Zoya, so I managed to get this one relatively cheaply and I thought it was like a great formula, great polish, and like I say, just you don't see a ton of greens from Zoya. So Jace there was a 2-coater. I then have 3 Essies. I've bought a lot of Essies recently. I found them on discount, so I picked up tons and tons. One of the first ones is one of the other textured polishes from the Concrete Glitters collection, and this is Venture to the Venue, and this is their white one. So it is white with tiny mottlings of gold glitter in there. I'll say what I said with that one. I don't know if maybe some people commented last time and said maybe they thought it might be their body chemistry, but I just don't find that these ones dry very quickly on me. This one was opaque, so it was opaque in 2 coats, which was great, but it just felt like it took forever to dry. And it might be as well that I'm so used to a fast drying top coat. She's now rolled over and is getting frustrated. A quick dry top coat taking the work away from me, not having to sit and wait. But I just felt that although it was good in 2 coats, it just took a long time to dry basically. I'll be filming my live update maybe today or if not another time, but yeah, she's rolling and she can roll the whole way now, but sometimes she gets stuck on her front and she forgets that she knows how to roll, which is probably what she's going to do in a minute and get annoyed at herself. So I might have to go rescue her. Bless her heart. We then have 2 creams. The first one I wore in some of my videos and a lot of people commented they wanted to know what it was. And it's Midnight Sun, which is this beautiful, vibrant blue from Essie. I think this is one of the ones that came out. They have a midsummer collection, which is released in just like Sweden and I think maybe Scandinavia every year. And I think this was from last year's one. And they've all made their way onto Fragrance Direct, where I tend to pick up my Essies quite a lot. So if you're interested in where to get this from, like I say, it might be a bit harder, but I found mine on discount on Fragrance Direct. So that's a 2-coater as well, nice cream formula, another one by Essie. Lastly, we have Anchor Down, which is this like really dark slatey blue-grey colour. This is completely opaque in just 1 coat, and a great polish. I'm not sure if this is completely unique. I have a few similar like this from Essie where they're like that kind of grey with a tinge of something else in them, but a really great formula one. I'm just, like I say, not sure how unique it is in my collection, but nothing is really unique these days because I have so many. On to all the indies. The first ones we have are a duo, and this is by Painted Polish by Lexi. Andy's joined us now because that might be a bit easier than me having to keep flipping her over every time she rolls. So yeah, the duo was by Painted Polish, and these are the Beauty and the Beast duo that she came out with. I think it was when the like live animation Disney one came out. So the Belle one is called Belle of the Ballroom, and this is a beautiful, a little bit mustardy kind of yellow, like a bit Crayola yellow with a few dashes of like mustard in it, and then a ton of scatterings of holographic micro glitter in there. Really beautiful, and something you don't see a lot of. You don't see a lot of yellows period, but the yellow with the sparkling of holo in there was just really nice, and a 2-coater. So that one was Belle of the Ballroom, and their partner was then Boogie with the Beast, and this is the same setup of formula. You get a brown base within a ton of holographic glitters in there, and again a nice easy 2-coater. I think they complement each other really well. I guess they're quite autumnal on reflection when I wore them in the spring, but hey ho. And I think that either one of them or both of them is still available on the website if you wanted to get them, I hope. All indie sellers will be linked down below for you. I have 1A England, and this is called Peaseblossom A Fairy, and this is like a magenta-y pink colour with some silver holographic little particles in there. I want to say there may be little flakies in there. England does really great formulas. A lot of them are almost one coaters, or if not one coaters, so I can never really complain about that. But I just don't grab them as often as I did in the past. I felt like there was such a big hype around England because the formulas were so good, and they very quickly became a really big, large staple in the indie world. And I think now when there are so many other indies, sometimes I just forget about England when I shouldn't, because the quality is always amazing. So that was Peaseblossom a Fairy. Peaseblossom a Fairy, not Peasebottom. What am I on about? I have two from Pahlish, and these are the last two of the founders that I needed to show you. So she brought out a quad around Black Friday, November time, which was the Harry Potter founders in polishes. So these ones are Helga, and Helga is a yellow, little bit of green in there, a little bit of a limey tinge. So they are all base with then base shimmer and then holographic. So this is yellow with yellow shimmer and holographic, and it was a 3-coater because it is a yellow. So that one there was Helga. And then Rowena is blue with blue shimmer and then holographic as well. And I love the way these look. I mean, really, if you haven't, it's not obvious, I've been really a big fan of Pahlish for like the last 18 months now. And everything that I try, I just instantly fall in love with. And I also love that she does a lot of Potter polishes. So that other one was Rowena. An odd one maybe for this time of year, it's a Christmas related polish. So this is Lacquer Lust's I Made a Snow Unicorn. And Lacquer Lust, to me, is known for these unicorn polishes, where they're all like, I think the two that I have are Christmas ones. So this is obviously I Made a Snow Unicorn. I have I've Been a Good Unicorn. They've all got the word unicorn in them. So this is a holographic base, similar to I guess like Twinkle Lights by 90. And then you have white glitters, you have holographic blue glitters, and you also then have tiny micro glitter in it as well. So really, really nice. And I guess it's meant to look like frosty snow, but holographic any time of year is good for me. So that was 3 coats of I Made a Snow Unicorn by Lacquer Lust. Okay, I think we're just on to odd ones now for the rest. So first of all, we have my first ever pop polish that I've tried, and this one is called The Library is Open, which is from their Drag Race collection. I'm a huge RuPaul's Drag Race fan, if you didn't know that. I love it. So this is a teal jelly base, and then we have a ton of glitters in here. The glitters are huge, and it's really great actually to see big glitters, because for a while I don't think we have seen big glitters in things. So there's huge hexes and triangles, and then it filters down to micro glitter, and they're all in this blue. So you get the teal base, tealy blue base with the tealy blue glitters in it. 3 coats to be completely opaque, and just a glitter bomb on your nails. The Library is Open by Pop Polish. We then have one by Bee's Knees Lacquer, and this is called Nox, and this is in their old bottles, which I have more of the old bottles than the new bottles at the moment. And this is from the Cast a Spell collection, which comes out every July. Actually, that's a good point. The new one will be almost out. I'm very excited. And it is a black base, and then you have a ton of large flakies in there. And the flakies, I think, they're not multi-chrome. They're just like, so there's purple ones in there, there's green ones in there, there's pink ones in there. They're kind of like the spectrum that you would have in a duochrome, but there's just glitters. They don't change in the light, I don't think. No. And there's also a ton of holographic in there. So you're getting tons of flakies, tons of holographic flakies in that black base. Sorry that, again, I feel that I show you so much super limited edition polishes, but that was Nox, and that was 2 coats by Bee's Knees Lacquer. We'll show you another limited edition one now. Or do I have 2 limited edition? No, I just have 1. This is the last limited edition. And this is called the Pink Danglie, and this is by Danglefoot Nail Polish, and this is a UK brand, and she recently did a custom polish for our nail polish group on Facebook. So this is what it was, the Pink Danglie, and it's a bright fuchsia pink holographic, similar to 90's November. I think it was November. Fear not if you did miss out on this, or you don't live in the UK, you're not part of the group. That's kind of like an equivalent that's out there. But I really enjoy this, and I've been trying to build up more of my UK indies. That's been like my mission this year, because I really felt for a while I wasn't giving enough support to the UK as what I should. And there are some amazing UK brands, and if you're international, you can now pick up a few UK brands in polish pickup. So check out what we have to offer. We then have a one by Splattered paint lacquer, and this one is Daisy Duck. They also have new bottles now. I recently showed this in my last haul that I put up, but this is another addition to her Disney series. They've done Mickey, Donald, and now Daisy. So Daisy is a white base with then purple, green, like a mint green, yellow and pink glitters, all quite small, in a clear base, in a white Crelly base. Crelly, not clear. This is available right now, so this is definitely not limited edition, and obviously the others are also available in the same series. These also come with little bows, and when I originally got the bows in the haul, I thought I might put the bows in it, which you can do, but I swatched it just without initially because I wanted to let you guys know what it looked like without the bows in it. So you're going to see 2 coats of Daisy Duck by Splattered Paint Lacquer. We then have the last one for empties, and this is Mr. No Maj by Glam Polish, and this is also with Pahlish. I have an affinity. Well, that's what you have to say. I have an affinity with Glam Polish. I just love them so much. So this is like an indigo blue base, and then you have these multi-chrome glitters in here where they go between orange and green, and then there's also silver in there as well. And I really love the mixture of the blue and the orange and the blue and the green. I think those are both very complementing colours in my mind. And I also like it, is it opposites of the colour wheel when people do that? It's like blue and orange, I think, is opposite on the colour wheel. I think when you put them together it just looks so different and eye-catching, maybe because there's a little bit of a contrast to it. So 2 coats of Mr. No Maj by Glam Polish. I have 3 empties for you guys today. The first one is a top coat, and this is the Need for Speed top coat by Morgan Taylor. This is the first time that I've tried it, and I really liked it. It was the Need for Speed. It did dry very quickly and very glossy, so I was very happy about that. I have a lot of top coats, well, not a lot, as many as I used to, but if I ever saw this on sale, I would definitely pick it up because it was a good one. And if you see it out in TK Maxx's and things, definitely grab it. I have a cuticle oil. This is by NAF, I think it's called, NAF Stuff, nailsandface.com, and I believe they're a Scottish company. And this is their cuticle oil pen in cinnamon apple. Wasn't a huge fan of the scent because I don't like cinnamon, but the applicator and the oil and everything worked really, really well. It's one of those kind of twisty applicators. So yeah, really like that, and I would recommend you checking out NAF if you're in the UK, because like I say, I think they're Scottish. I used to have a hand cream, and I don't always show hand creams in this video, but I'm going to start. Just because I went through a phase where I did not use hand cream, and my hands have been so dry. I think it's because I wash them a lot more than I ever used to, with changing nappies and toilets and washing and food and bottles. I'm washing my hands a lot, so they're very dry. So this is actually not completely empty, but this is an OPI Avojuice, but can you see? It like completely snapped in half over me where I was squeezing so hard to get the bottom bit out. So this is the little Avojuice Skin Quench, and this is in Winter Huckleberry. If you've ever tried any of the Avojuices, you might know the scent linger on these is so strong. You put this on and hours later, you will still smell this. So does it say what the smell of it is, like ingredients wise? I would just say it's very berry. It says Winter Huckleberry. I'm guessing what I'm smelling is the Huckleberry element to it, and this is just one of the 30ml size small travel ones. I do have another one that I think I've got on the go, which is like a melody flavour, I want to say. Anyway, those are everything that I wore in May, but like I say, I have tons more for June. I'm gonna need this always happens to me. I pre-film and I'm like 5 weeks ahead of pre-filming, and then like right now I'm not pre-filmed at all. So hopefully there's not going to be too much of a delay for you guys in the content. I have tons of stuff to record and some stuff that I'm ready for, but it's just, as you guys know, working around children and schedules and things. But I have 2 videos up for you that I've filmed today, and then as soon as I can I will film a ton more, because I have loads of ideas for things, and I have a couple of collabs coming up in June, which is very exciting too. So thumbs up, subscribe, let me know what you've been wearing in May, and I will see you soon.